Welcome to part 7 of our IVF journey. We have just done a fresh 5-day embryo transfer. So all went well with that, and find out what happens during the 2-week wait. Check out parts 1 to 6 to see our IVF journey so far, from initial consultations, tests, follicle stimulation injections, egg collection, and embryo transfer. Don't forget to like and subscribe to find out how our journey unfolds. I am recording this in real time, so I don't know what the results of our IVF journey is going to be either. So come along on the journey with us. If you are also doing IVF or you're thinking about doing IVF, let me know in the comments. And let's see what happens next. Here comes the 2-week wait. So our embryo transfer has gone really well. The embryologist was really happy with how the embryo looked. She graded it a 5BB. She said it would be an A, but it's just missing a few more characteristics. But overall, she was very happy with it. It was a 5-day post-egg collection fresh embryo transfer. The doctor was really happy with where the embryo was placed in my uterus. All looking really, really well, all very positive. During the embryo transfer, me and my husband Corey had to change into robes with our hats on and covers for our feet and go into the theatre. It all went very fine, very quick, probably about 10 minutes. It was a little bit uncomfortable, but not painful at all, and very manageable. During the transfer, they were playing Ed Sheeran's song Perfect, which was really sweet. We've had some pretty good omens so far, some good signs. On the way home, we saw 3 magpies. Again, I've been seeing them a lot lately. And as the rhyme goes, 1 for sorrow, 2 for joy, 3 for a girl. I was also wearing pink socks, so maybe it'll be a girl. On the way home, we stopped off for the compulsory McDonald's chips. A lot of people say that the McDonald's chips help with implantation. I'm not sure if I fully agree with that, but I'm not willing to put anything at risk. Don't want to take any chances. So yeah, we're going to go for some McDonald's chips. The self-service station gave us the number 1 to pick up our food with. So I don't know, maybe that's a good number. On the way home, we had all the green traffic lights. We were so lucky as well that the embryo transfer fell on a bank holiday Monday, so neither Corey or I had to worry about any work commitments. We were easily able to get there. There was so much parking, very relaxed. So that's all good. Overall, it all went really well, so very optimistic, and yeah, hoping for good results. Please. After all this time, all the consultations, all the tests, all the injections, all the probing, this could finally be it. It's crazy. Following the embryo transfer, I started taking Prolatex injection, which is a progesterone shot. It comes in a small vial, which is taken up into a syringe and injected at the same time every evening. We're doing it at 8 p.m.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Ready? And big down.
I hadn't realised that we had to keep taking injections, but sure, all part of the journey, I suppose. I am currently on day 2 of the 2-week wait, and yeah, it's a little bit of a struggle. Yesterday I downloaded an app, you know, the type of app that like shows you how big your baby is as it grows. I know I shouldn't be doing this. And then on the app, I also found out that from today I am technically 3 weeks pregnant, at least until proven otherwise. So yeah, hopes are high. What's a girl to do? I think that the needle of the Prolactex injections are a little bit bigger than previous injections.
Really?
So it's a little
Ah,
bit
really?
more uncomfortable.
Big deep breath out.
As you can see, I am now starting to get a little bit of bruising from these injections too. My other bruises had gone away, but I got some new ones now.
Best one, yeah, it's a.
It is 5 days post embryo transfer today. Today is the first day I've decided to do a pregnancy test this morning. There might have been like the smallest ever line there, but we'll try again tomorrow and see. I know that the tests can be a false negative, a false positive at this stage. I know the other medication I'm on and the trigger shots that I took before also can affect pregnancy tests, so it's really not reliable at this stage. But I kind of just want to test, see where I'm at, see if there's anything happening, you know, instead of just waiting around. The clinic had told me do not test until 12 days after the embryo transfer, and then I have a blood test with them 14 days after. But you know, that's a bit of a long wait. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep testing in the mornings and see if there's any lines developing. It's a gorgeous sunny Saturday today, so me and Corey decided to go out to one of the nearby towns for a little bit of lunch. I got a bit of a rash on my chest, and I don't know if that might be some sort of sign of something happening. I haven't gotten one before, but maybe it's just all the medications I'm on too. And then when I was driving home, I started to feel really weird, like I was overheating, like I was feeling faint. I had to pull over and just like take off my shoes for a little bit. It was just too much. I felt a little bit sick. I don't know if that might be some sort of sign of something happening. Let's see.
And men, how anxious were
That's
those
true.
moments?
I told the players
Through
that
there?
we needed to focus
Big depend.
the match
Yeah,
90
straight
minutes
on, yeah.
and the extra time.
Yeah.
And don't watch the result.
It is now 6 days post embryo transfer. I did another pregnancy test this morning and it was completely negative. I know that this can happen and it doesn't mean that it didn't work. Just have to keep testing. But yeah, feeling a little bit sad today. But today is 7 days post embryo transfer. Another negative test. It's a Monday, so I'm back in work today, and all I want to do is lie in bed and cry my eyes out. Or, you know, just watch something or just feel the emotions. But, yeah, going back to work. Try again tomorrow.
Back on arch, right?
Okay.
Get your breath. Out. No. In again. And out. Big one in. And out again.
We are now 10 days post embryo transfer. I am still getting negative pregnancy tests. It's a Thursday, and the clinic had said that we are to wait until Saturday, this Saturday, to do a pregnancy test. But just wanted to see if there was any small line there, and no, there's nothing.
Back in. Hello.
It is now 11 days after the transfer, and the tests are still coming back very much negative. At this stage, I'm pretty sure it didn't work. We are officially allowed to do a test tomorrow. So we've gotten one of the good clear blue tests for it. So yeah, let's see what happens. I am now down to my last prescribed vitamin D tablets and folic acid tablets. So it kind of feels like hope is pretty much gone. Breathing. It's Saturday morning, so time to do the clear blue test. So the clear blue pregnancy test came back negative, which is what I was expecting since all the tests have been coming back negative so far. So, you know, I was pretty prepared for it. What's going through my mind at the moment? So many things. Was the embryo not ever viable? Are the other frozen embryos not viable? Was there something wrong with, I don't know, the implantation, the lining of the womb that made it not stick? Thankfully, we do have 4 frozen embryos, so there's still hope. But I have a lot of questions as to whether they are viable, if there's something wrong with them. I don't want to go through the next 4 or more months doing embryo transfers, thinking that there's a chance when there could be something wrong. I really had thought that this was going to work. I had printed photos of the embryo to put in a frame, printed photos of me and Corey during the egg collection with our gowns and our hats on. I downloaded the baby app, and the baby was supposed to be the size of a little sesame seed or something. Might as well delete that now. I had the due date in my mind around the 21st of January 2026. I had started thinking about maternity leave, about the things that we would need to get for the baby, and thoughts around when a good time to get those things would be, how long we should wait. I know that I was getting ahead of myself, but you know, this has been a long time coming, and it's nice to live in a little bubble sometimes. It's Saturday today, so I'm going to think about questions I want to ask the clinic on Monday. On Monday, I have a blood test to confirm that the transfer didn't work. I see no point of it anymore, but sure, I'd like to talk to them, so I have questions around, is there any type of testing we can do on the frozen embryos now. I'm not sure if there is because they're already frozen. Is there anything I can do to make it more successful? How soon can we do the next transfer? I really want to just keep going. I'm ready to just, I'm hoping within the next 2 to 4 weeks we can do the next one. I'd love to do some sort of hormone blood tests, but I don't know if we should have done that maybe throughout the whole transfer. I don't know these things. So yeah. And then I also have a lot of longer term thoughts as well. After the egg collection, I'd been really hopeful. We'd gotten 1 embryo ready for a fresh transfer and 4 frozen embryos. So I thought maybe we could have 2 or 3 kids. But now, it's just a lot of unknown. I mean, I definitely want siblings for my children. I think that's such a blessing to get to go through life with a sister or brother, at least 1, if not 2 ideally. I'd have more if I could afford it. But yeah, it all comes down a lot to what will happen in the next few transfers, and then costs. Like, if none of these work, do we want to do another cycle of injections for follicle stimulation, egg collection? So yeah, there are a lot of questions, a lot of unknowns. I think the unknown is the hardest part, because it'd just be nice to know if we're gonna spend the next few months with failed transfers, if one of them's gonna be successful or not. Yeah, just living in limbo.
Give it off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Thanks.
It's Monday morning and it's time to go and do my HCG beta blood test to basically prove that I'm not pregnant. Just a really quick update after my bloods today. The HCG beta blood test to check if I'm pregnant or not. The nurse seemed pretty confident that we'll be able to move forward with a frozen embryo transfer pretty quickly. I'm expecting a call from them after they receive the results. Hopefully I can stop the progesterone injections from this evening too, so that'll be nice. I'm sick of injections. And yeah, so just fingers crossed at the moment that we can move forwards, because I just don't want to just keep waiting. They did offer counselling services. I don't really feel like I need it as long as I can move forwards with the frozen embryo transfer. And she said it was totally okay to have a glass of wine now, so that's quite nice. Small consolation, I suppose. So I got the call from the clinic. Since my cycle has already started, we won't be able to go forward with a frozen embryo transfer until my next cycle. So that would mean that we would have to wait until about early July to do a frozen embryo transfer. I am pretty gutted. I had pretty high hopes that we would be able to start in about 2.5, 3 weeks. Just keep going, keep the foot on the pedal. But I guess that's IVF for you. It's a waiting game. This is obviously not the result that we were hoping for with the fresh embryo transfer. Hoping to do a frozen embryo transfer as soon as possible. Like and subscribe to find out what happens in part 8.